Hello, welcome to my 2020 sketchbook tour, or this sketchbook, because I haven't finished my other sketchbooks from 2020 because I didn't draw a lot during 2020 because of everything happening, but I have this, it's done, so I'm just gonna do this because I watch other ones and I think they're neat, and I don't know, it's a nice excuse to share my art. Don't mind that my hands are all beat up. It's from work. It happens. Whatever. Alright. So, this is sticker hell. Yeah, I buy stickers because I'm obsessed. I cannot stop. There's some more on the inside. It's the guy from the Dragon Prince. He's my favorite character. I forgot his name. I always leave the first page blank. I heard it somewhere on a different video, and I said, I'm gonna do that too. I don't know the actual reason behind it, but I don't know. Maybe I could put something there. I don't know. Alright, so this is sketches for a character concept I have for a D&D character. His name's Valentine. Some sort of like 1950s mobster man I kind of wanted, like a vibe like that. But yeah, I know he's gonna be all pink and lovely and fitting to the name Valentine. Ah. I don't want to talk about this time in my life. When I was a child, I was obsessed with Sonic. And I don't know why, but I really like vividly remember sitting down at an Applebee's with my friends, and they were like, draw Sonic from memory. Bam! Did it. Draw Shadow from memory. Bam! There he is. And then that's my OC right there. He's Shadow but blue. Don't worry about it. Oh, I had to go through and make sure this was actually safe for work. There's more Valentine. His little butt's under there. Don't worry about it. What is this? Oh, I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first time in my life in 2020 because I don't know, I just never watched it as a kid, but watched it and I fell in love with Zuko. So it was supposed to be like the Dragon Dance episode, which is my fave. It fucking quaked my soul. Pokemon. Sorry, my hands are weird. Some Pokemon. Messed around with my colored pencils a little bit. I always use colored pencil for sketching. I don't know why. I just switched from regular lead to colored lead a couple years ago. Found I liked it a lot better. Just because I do like an initial like light layer and then I go through dark. It's, yeah. This is my my superhero OC from high school. I don't remember his name, but he was in love with Jason Todd, and so am I. Self-insert, I'm valid. I'll say it. Well, there's a lot of these. I feel like in everyone's sketchbook where it's just like nothing went right here, but you know what? That's okay. There's lots of paper. I think it's my OC and Jason Todd. Yeah. I don't need to explain that. Oh, sometimes when I don't have my sketchbook, I'll doodle on like printer paper, and if I like it enough, I'll cut it out and tape it to the back of a page of my sketchbook here. This is my Warlock Arcadi. He's sad, but that's his future boyfriend Calidus. They're in love. Don't worry about it. They're all elves. It's my cat Weasley. I want to design a tattoo to get of him one day, so I was messing around with filigree type aesthetic stuff. He's kind of chunky, but he's a good boy. Sometimes. More D&D? What? It's almost like that's all I do. is think about D&D. I never actually play it. I just think about it constantly. This is my monk. I forgot their name. Rachna. That's what that name was. They're kind of a bitch, as you can tell by this expression. And then of course this is my thing. I always start inking things and never finish. Ever. Never ever. Never finished inking a thing in my life. Another page of bleh. That's what I'm gonna call it. Bleh. Oh, little guy. Little guy in space. Just a little guy. No, I did not draw this after knowing about Among Us. This was like the beginning of the year before it like fucking blew into popularity and stuff. I just like space. I just think it's neat. Could be an Among Us guy. Maybe. I don't know. Definitely Posca. I don't know if this is when I first got my Posca or if I'll do a thing where I go through afterwards with my Posca markers and I'll be like, I'm gonna color this now for some reason. I don't know. That might have been the case with this one. I don't think this was when I first got them, but I love my Posca markers more than life itself. It's just a little jester guy. It's my little mascot man, but a jester. Oh my gosh. Before COVID hit really bad, I actually got my first Artist Alley table. My first and only so far because of COVID. But my friend Serena also had a table, a few down from mine, and we decided to do like a collab where I did a sketch, she did a sketch, and we switched sketchbooks and then colored it with our Poscas, and it's very cute, and every time I see it I'm like, oh, I miss her. Angel, that's what she is. She's crying. I don't know why. Oh, this is a case of something I do a lot, especially nowadays. I drew this in March. I went back through in November. And I tend to like redraw things if I'm like, ugh, I could draw that better. Cause like this, I think this is when the pandemic really started picking up. I had to take so long for work. I had to work like 60 hours a week just because I was the only one doing my job, and it's not a one-person job, and it was awful, so I just did not have the energy to draw. So I fell out of it for a second, and like for some reason my hands were like I knew how to do it, but it was just I was so unwarmed up to it that and then I went back through in November, redrew it. I think I did the same thing here, but with specifically his hand, because I did not like his hand, and I said, I could draw that better, and then I did, you know? I think this is my Blood Hunter character. This is mostly OCs, because, you know, werewolf OCs. I made a werewolf OC, or werewolf AU for my, my two warlocks, because, you know, I'm shaking the table a lot. This thing isn't more stable left. I'll not touch it. But I'm not refilming because I don't wanna. But you smell like a dog. Ah, my first ever D&D character. His name's Icarus. He was a sweet angel. I actually have a tattoo for him because I love him. Yep, just some doodles. April. It's probably when I started getting back into being able to draw semi-normally. Steven Universe fan art. Who would I guessed? I do love Spinel so much. The rest of Steven Universe I'm indifferent towards. Another case of not liking how it turned out, just flip the page. It's my warlock again, Arkady. He's my muse, if you will. I draw him at least 3 times a day as a warm-up, just because I love him. Messing around with Poscas again. Simply vibing. Sweet angel. More D&D, more unfinished sketches, because that's who I am. That's my mute sorcerer named Silence. He is a sweet man. Man, he's like 12, I think. More doodles. More Zuko. I'm in love with him. More OCs. Just general duties. Doodles. Wow, I can speak. I think that's either gouache or watercolor. I want to say watercolor because it's easier for me to get that around rather than my gouache. Mermaid. I have so many AUs with these two specific characters, and I cannot be stopped. I'll say that. But I think the idea here was he's fishing and he's getting some fish for his mermaid boyfriend there, and he's enjoying it. I think this is, oh my god, what are they called? Oil pastels. Yes, I think I found a really old set from when I was a baby and was like, just do this. I think this was after a D&D session too, so I was very tired and obviously did not think about what I was doing. It's fine. Some sticker ideas. Leo Promare, love of my life. I have a lot of love of my lives. All right, I cannot be stopped. I actually have this sticker in my shop. It's not quite the same look, but it is the same idea. Where it's a dice hoarder, because a lot of people I know are little dice gremlins. So I'm like, make a sticker. Sure. Ikakiss.bigcartel.com. Link in description, I guess. I don't know. Want some stickers? I got them. This is gouache. I'm pretty sure gouache paint. It's a little too thick to be watercolor. Although I do have a bad habit of using my watercolor like when it's way too dry. So sometimes it does turn out like with these crunchy edges, I want to say. Yeah, I really like unicorns, so I wanted to mess around with colors because I noticed that I have a tendency to do like monochromatic but with one color, like green or blue or something. So I wanted to mess around with colors because I always see crazy stuff on twitter.com. So Promare. I just love Promare. This is another case of redrawing because I did not like how I drew Leo's face, but I moved down here and I like it a little bit more. More unicorns, more Promare. I know who I am. Oh, I didn't even notice this guy before when I was looking through this. I like him. Yeah, unicorns. Mouth practice. Because why not? A lot of my characters have sharp, scary teeth, so I always practice the teeth. And then, I don't know, I think I was just drawing random stuff on Pinterest. It's a case of angry. Very frustrated I was with that, how that turned out. And yeah, I think that was just like a rough day, probably. I don't really remember that. Most of the time I can remember where I was when I drew something, but I don't know, it's starting to not happen as much. I got nail polish all over my finger. That's fine. It's my cyberpunk D&D character. I call it cyberpunk because it's in the future. I don't know if it's actually cyberpunk, but that's what we call it. He's a bastard. We'll say that. More D&D. Wow, sword. I really like drawing weapons, and I don't do it often enough. I should really fix that. I'm gonna draw more weapons. I think this is an NPC from one of our campaigns that I really liked. Another case of not liking it, so just giving up. Which I don't even remember what it was supposed to be. I think it was just a drawing a study from Pinterest that I was gonna paint, but then I didn't. More Poscas! More Poscas. I draw too much peaches with my Poscas. It's if I look through my other sketchbooks, there's a couple more peaches with my Posca markers. More Lux. He's a little bastard. Bean. Why is it there? Don't know. More cyberpunk stuff. That's my friend Achilles' character. He yeah, he's going through it. This was definitely in my phase of thinking about that character a lot. More werewolf stuff. I really like werewolves, as you can tell. I think this is watercolor, just by the feel of it. And it has the shimmer effect, so I know it's watercolor, because my watercolors have shimmer in it, because I'm gay. Ah, unfinished. More unicorns. Can't be stopped. I don't know, just messing around with Poscas, I guess. Fun colors. I really need to practice those more. Oh no. Don't worry about him. I'm just kidding. I was a big Homestuck fan back in the day, and I think this is a redraw of a digital piece, but I was like, I want to mess with my Poscas. Which, yeah, Homestuck. Fun fact about that, I never actually read Homestuck. I just liked the designs and just guessed. I guessed what was going on. Fake fan, that's me, baby. More OCs. There they are. The twins, as you can see. Watercolor and Posca. I really like watercolor, I do. This is Lux. Emotions happening. I think this is when, in the session, he was having a rough time. Oh no! Oh no! It's him and his ex-boyfriend, fiance. Makes me sad as I'm holding hands. They make me sad. They make me sad. They're not real, but they make me sad. Ugh. This is a one-shot character I made in a day. He sounded like JFK from Clone High, if anyone knows what that is. I don't know why. I don't know why I made him sound like that, but he's a stupid jock. His name actually translates directly from Greek into the word stupid. So, that's the vibe I was going for. More studies. Random stuff. Playing with Poscas. I like this eye a lot. More doodles. D&D. It never ceases to be D&D. I don't... It's AU of my characters again. I think they're at a Starbucks. I think I drew the Starbucks that I normally go to from memory, just because like I went there so often a couple of years ago, that like before I moved and stuff. So oh, future AU with my OCs where they have kids and he's squishing his face. Just some nice cute stuff to satiate my need for it. Oh, feet. And there's a note here that says, I hate feet, but I have to know how they work for art. It's true. I hate feet. They freak me out. I don't know why. Their hands on your legs, I don't know. They just, Like, I don't mind drawing them as much, but having them in my face or near me, I'm like, ew, gross. They don't, like, actually, like, freak me out. I just don't like them. And that's me, right there. That's what I actually look like. YouTube user Ikakus, right there. Fenwith, little guy. Never played Dragon Age, but I love him. I am a fake fan of everything, ever. I should have taken this off, but whatever. More stuff. my OC Jason Todd. I am valid. OCX canon valid. I'll say it. Oh, this is a stupid little comic about my character. It's supposed to be like he's a cat thing. Cat boy superiority. He sees a laser pointer and he's like, oh no, and he thought he killed it. I don't want to read it. It's embarrassing. I was a little drunk. Don't worry about it. This is a commission sketch for a turtle, for a very lovely person who is very gorgeous to me. More werewolves. I like drawing wolves. Pasca. YouTube user Cirrus. I love him. Stuff. Little guy. I don't know how to explain it. Just messing with Pascas. OCX canon, because I am valid. I won't let it go. The only power I remember he had was he could fly. He had other stuff too. This is, oh jeez. This is very self-indulgent, I'll say. Them first meeting in the back cave. You know, you can't take yourself too seriously, but you won't have fun. So you gotta draw yourself being in love with Red Hood from Batman, because I am in love with him. Animaniacs, that came out around that time, obviously, because I think I watched it the day it came out, because I was like, this is my shit, and it was funny. It was great. Enjoyed it. A little self-portrait. I know I drew this on Thanksgiving, because my grandpa was like, oh, it looks like you, and I was like, yeah, it is me. What do you mean? Swamp. I don't know. Mermaids. Mermaids. I'm not gonna edit this. I don't wanna, so I'm not gonna. It's gonna be 22 minutes of me going, what? Yeah, mermaids. I was gonna paint it, but I didn't, because I didn't know how to ink this hand right here, and so I didn't want to ruin it, so I just left it. Oh, Christmas. I got monochromatic markers, not Copics, off-brand, because I would never ask for Copic markers for Christmas, because Jesus Christ, those are so expensive, and we do not stand. I'm trying to work on backgrounds a little bit more, so I'm starting to just draw random rooms and stuff. Self-portrait! I was having a really good day that day, so I was like, I'm gonna draw myself being all happy. Well, my, like, Sona or whatever, because I'm obviously not an elf yet. Science is getting there. My OCs, doing love. Let's just say one time I was with my friends and they were arguing about something with Family Guy. I don't want to get into it, but I let them use my sketchbook to figure that out, and that was the last page. So now every time I open the sketchbook and look through it, on the last page, I'll be like, the time my friends screamed at each other over The Simpsons or some shit. I was just sitting there. I didn't have time to argue. But yeah, that's my 2020 to 2021-ish, beginning of 2021 multimedia sketchbook full of stuff. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter if you like my art, because I like validation. Stickers and prints and stuff available in my store. Yeah. Bye. I don't know.